about, 2007, I did a study of how many of our guys had BCS offers. Michael was one, Andre Woodson. Those were the only two that had BCS offers. If you look at this class here, majority of these groups, these kids have BCS offers. I mean, we're now going toe-to-toe to with a lot of teams in recruiting, whereas when we first got here, we couldn't do that. We had to go out and project a lot of different players that weren't heavily recruited. These guys all had great offers. Daryl Collins is one of those guys, another explosive athlete that we think can be a guy that, he's played in some of the Wildcat package. He's played receiver. He's played some quarterback in his career, so we feel good about it. He's played some slot. He's played some outside receiver, so we're excited about getting him in the fold also.
What do you like about the receivers in general?
Dalen Hall's toughness. I think Dalen Hall came here and ran one of the fastest time in our camp this summer. I think he's a tough guy. Comes from a program that breeds toughness, knows how to win, and the guy is one of those great character kids that has a passion to be here.
Talk about the receivers in general. You didn't sign any last year, and just kind of, I guess, you got four.
Well, we got to a lot of athletes that have the potential to be wide receivers. Like I said, we went out and tried to find size, some athleticism to replace all the production that we had we were losing last year. We were able to go out and find true wide receivers, guys that really truly understand the position. You guys felt my pain 3 years ago when we brought in those 5 guys that were learning on the run. They had to, they had to learn on the run. They did not always know how to even get in the stands, wide receivers, because they'd always been in this stance or this stance as a quarterback. So we were able to go out and find a lot of guys that every one of our receivers have been true wide receivers. So their learning curve and learning our offense won't take as long as the guys that we had in Randall's class. Say all those guys had never lined up at the position. These guys have lined up at the position. They know the lingo. They got to now plug our lingo into the lingo that they have been using, but they know most of the wide receiver lingo. They know what sticking a route is. They know those things. So we feel good about those guys being able to come in here and play for us.
Joker, what about Demarius Ransom? A lot of people looked at linebacker and thought that was a big need position.
Yeah.
Can he help right away?
We think he can. Like I said, all these guys up here, they're gonna have an opportunity to come in and see if they can help us. Similar to last year's group, we got to find out as quickly as we possibly can. But I was able to watch him play basketball, run up and down the basketball court a couple of weeks last week, and just watching how he carried himself. He'll be a guy that we will be a good player around here.
Joker, obviously a lot of people are focused on the guys in the state that maybe didn't opt to come to Kentucky, but looking at the wall, you've got 2 local kids, offensive linemen, who are nationally ranked at their position. You've had good luck with linemen in the state. Talk about those 2 guys and maybe, I guess, what you're developing there.
Yeah, when we line up next year, 4 of our 5 offensive linemen will be Kentuckians, and these 2 guys fit the mold. They are athletic. Zach is a guy that can play center of the guard position. Miller kid, we think, will be an outside edge guy. So we're excited about both of those kids.
What about Bubba Tandy?
Bubba Tandy's a guy that's a jack of all trades. I mean, in one game he returned 3-4 punts, and he's a guy that's played a lot of the wide receivers. He's played in the Wildcat package also, played on defense. Just a tremendous athlete. Played in the state championship in the Sweet 16 in basketball. Just a tremendous athlete.